The Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show is sponsored by Thrunite flashlights and Hawg holsters. I'm EJ Snyder, and I'm trying to get him to show some excitement. He's been pretty tame and mellow today, but you may recall EJ created the Skullcrusher knife from Tops. EJ, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for your service.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me today. And remember, survival on purpose, it happens. So you got to be ready. And the SXB, just the tool you need when that survival situation just happens to pop up. And you need something, it's there for you when you need it most.
Real quick, so I know you made this knife to kind of be a one-tool option, covers all. What is your, I guess, what would be one feature on this knife that really you would think would be the one that you really just had to have? It was your favorite feature.
My most favorite feature is this wide portion of the knife, this real beefy section, because when I was in Tanzania, Africa, out there surviving, you cut a lot of firewood. So trying to have a knife that was able to be a fighting knife, light enough to wield around real easily, but have it so when the weight was needed up front, we designed it so that you just choke up back here and you can really get a lot of torque on it, and it can be a really good chopper. Because let's face it, survival situation, you need fire, you need firewood. Fire's your friend, it's your life, it keeps you company, cooks food, makes weapons, keeps the predators away, keeps you warm. So chopping was a real, probably one of the #1 features for this knife when I designed it.
So what would be the toughest survival situation you've been in?
Because
you've been in a bunch of them, I know.
I mean, surviving war, that's one of them, you know. I'm very proud of my service and being out there. I mean, you have tough days out there. So surviving war definitely is right up there. But I got to say, being out in the desert, when you are having to do an immense amount of work and you just cannot find the agua, I think that's when your back's up against the wall most, and it really shows you, who you are. Because without water, I mean, you can do a lot of things, but you normally can't go more than 3 days without water. I've pushed it to 5. I train dehydrated all the time just so when I really need to go that little bit of extra distance or have very little water to keep pushing it, about 5 days is about all I could do. So I think desert situations are some of the toughest, at least for me. But if you're a guy like Cody Lundeen, man, it's a little easier because that's his primary zone. For me, my primary zones have always been like swamps, jungles, woodlands. So for me, yeah, definitely desert.
So how much do you think your military training transfers over into wilderness type survival?
I think 100%. Because the main fact is I've always had to be ready to go at a minute's notice with very little notice, very little prep. And that's what I pride my survival strategy in. I can go anywhere in the world now with just a knife and know I'll be okay. As long as I got this, I feel a little more confident. And so, and the big thing with the military, it's about mindset. Everything in life's about mindset. And so being in the military is really hard to me. The training I've gone through, the schools I've gone through, I mean, Ranger School really puts you through the ringer. And mindset, some people might have it, but you can develop it. You get a really good mindset, it's everything. The first Naked Afraid challenge, when I thought I was going out there to do something cool, God brought me out there to the wilderness, to the desert, just like Jesus, to test me. Humble me, bend me at my knees to his will, and I've never looked back. I've grown so much closer to him in these survival situations, and I hear his voice loudest when I'm out there. My family's everything to me. Everyone knows I'm a hardcore tough guy, but I've got a huge heart, and I have a lot of love for my fellow man, and I tear when it's important to tear. Those things like your family, you're missing a special day because I've missed so many, and I'm not afraid of that. It doesn't make me any less man. Being in touch with your emotions makes you a better man.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time. I know you're really busy here today, taking time to talk to us, and for taking time to make this really cool knife.
Ryan, I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting me and the SXB. Check me out, www.ejsnyder.com. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at EJ Snyder333. Go to my social media page, Facebook, EJ Skullcrusher Snyder. Friend me up. Send me your questions through the messenger, and I will get back to you.
So that's EJ Snyder. If you didn't catch that, here on Survival on Purpose. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I would like to take just a minute to thank Thrunite Flashlights and Hawg Holsters for sponsoring this coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show. I gotta tell you, I bought my first Thrunite flashlight about 3 years ago. It was the TN12 version, I remember. I was really impressed with the quality of that flashlight, and I've since developed a relationship with Thrunite and reviewed a lot of their gear. I just really think they do a great job of providing exceptional value in really cutting edge flashlight technology. My current everyday carry flashlight I've been carrying for, I don't know, at least a year is the TC12, which is kind of like the rechargeable version of the TN12. I highly recommend this. They've actually got a new version coming out I'll be doing a review on soon, but this is an excellent, excellent flashlight. I think if you're looking for a really high quality, high value flashlight, you can't go wrong with a Thrunite. They just really have impressed me with the level of value that they provide in a really nice flashlight. They're also kind enough, by the way, as you can see, to hook me up with this really cool shirt. I'd also like to thank John over at Hawg Holsters. John makes these really nice puller in the waistband Kydex holsters. This is the carbon fiber bling model, which feature the ulti-clip retention system, which I really like. As I said before, this is absolutely my go-to holster, the best holster I've ever used, so I highly encourage you to go check them out too. But anyway, once again, I will put links to Thrunite flashlights and Hawg holsters below. I think they are both excellent examples of the kind of companies that I can feel 100% confident in recommending to you, because not only do I use them every day in my own life, but I just think they are very, very good stuff. So once again, thanks to both Thrunite flashlights and Hawg holsters for sponsoring this coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show. And as always, thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up, for sharing this video with all your friends. Thank you so very much for doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose links. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.